How are you feeling?
Feeling great. It's this man here, bro.
No, fellow people around us. And he was not guilty. He was innocent.
Never was guilty.
Never was guilty.
Hi, y'all. It's your boy Boss P. This is Boss P TV, and it's over. It's over, y'all. If y'all ain't heard the news, against all motherfucking odds, NBA Youngboy was found not guilty in that gun trial from when he was out in LA. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. You can see the video down below of him outside with his lawyer. You know, he looks happy. Yeah, man, it's been a minute. And although he still has another case pending, at least he was able to get a win today. So, yeah, man, chart-topping rapper NBA Youngboy was found not guilty at his felony gun trial in federal court in Los Angeles, and that was today. The popular and prolific artist jumped up in celebration when he heard the verdict, not motherfucking guilty. Then quickly sat down again so the judge could excuse the jury of 7 women and 5 men who returned the unanimous verdict. That's interesting to me. Unanimous. I'm wondering how long it took them to come to that verdict. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Youngboy said, "I'm feeling great," after he hugged his lawyers. And he said it's a relief, obviously. I mean, goddamn, he's been out there on house arrest for how long now? But again, he's going to remain on house arrest because he has another case that's pending. You know what I'm talking about? But the Sincerely Kentrell rapper had been charged with being a felon in possession of a firearm. Authorities recovered an FNX 45 caliber pistol from the rear passenger floorboard of his Mercedes Maybach when he was arrested in Los Angeles in March of 2021. You remember that? Now, the arrest was based on a felony gun possession warrant out of Louisiana for a separate, still pending case. That's the case I was talking about. Now, NBA Youngboy, 22 years old. He's 22. He's been through a lot of shit. He's only 22. Think about all the shit I've been through. All right, now, he fought the charge by arguing he didn't know the gun was even in the car, and he had no intent to possess it. Now, his attorney said in the closing argument that on Thursday, the closing argument that he made on Thursday, that other people did have access to the Maybach. They had access to the car. And that the prosecutors had failed to link his client to the gun with DNA or fingerprint evidence. And that no witnesses ever testified that they saw Youngboy with the weapon. All right, so, yeah, man. But still under, like I said, he's still under house arrest in the Louisiana case. But when he was outside with his lawyers, he said he wanted to exit out of the front of the courthouse after his win so he could greet all the fans. But the marshals were like, hell fucking no. And they took him to a secure elevator and out of a back exit, because there was like 100 people outside the courtroom waiting to see him. But yeah, after he walked out of the building into the sunshine, man, he said he was happy. And it's obvious that he would have faced a lot of years in prison if he was convicted, because again, he is a convicted felon or an ex-felon. And he said about his lawyer, "Is this man, he's the greatest," referring to his lawyer. And he floating his arm around him, as you can see in the video that I played down below. Yeah, he was happy. He was happy. You know what I'm saying? He said he was never guilty, never was guilty. And in their own closing arguments on Thursday, the federal prosecutors tried to convince the jurors that Youngboy had showed his guilt when he fled his surprise arrest and hid in the backyard. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, that's just second nature to a criminal. And you know what I'm saying? Obviously, he is a criminal. He went to prison. He's a convicted felon, ex-felon. So that's just second nature. They see police, they run. That's what criminals do. They just run. You know what I'm saying? And they also said that the 45 that they recovered from the Maybach, it was purchased in December of 2020 by somebody named Joel Diggs. Now, Joel Diggs is the brother of Joseph Diggs, and that's the partner of Demetrius Monique Coleman, who's like a godmother figure to NBA Youngboy. You know what I'm saying? Now, they had tried to use his lyrics like they doing in a Young Thug and Gunna case. They tried to use the lyrics from his songs against him, but the judge had denied that request. So I'm sure that definitely played a big part in his acquittal. But the defense, meanwhile, said the prosecutors never established the whereabouts of Joel or Joseph Diggs around the time of the arrest, so they couldn't really rule them out as being present at a gathering of Youngboy's friends at the Beverly Hilton Hotel just a few days earlier. You know what I'm talking about? And like his defense attorney said, a lot of people had access to that Maybach. You know what I'm saying? So the attorneys for the government didn't have enough to pin it on him. So there was reasonable doubt. You know what I mean? So, I mean, yo, thank goodness Youngboy was able to get off. He was able to get out. Hopefully, he could just keep his ass quiet and out of trouble until he goes to court for his other trial. And maybe he'll get acquitted in that one too. And you know what? I think he probably will be. Because he was arrested. He was thrown in jail with like a dozen other people. You know what I'm talking about? So they didn't really know who had possession of the gun in that case either. So I'm thinking NBA Youngboy is going to get off. He's going to get off for that one also. I don't think there's enough evidence to convict him on that one, just like there wasn't enough in this one. Now, to me, yo, it's his whip. They tried to arrest him. He ran away. Like, I mean, it doesn't put him in a positive light. Because if you have nothing to worry about, if you have nothing to fear, then you shouldn't be running. You know what I'm talking about? You shouldn't be... Yo, you did not even know the gun was in a car, right? So what are you running for? You know what I'm talking about? They coming to arrest you. Unless you have an idea of what they're trying to arrest you for, you shouldn't be trying to run. So, I mean, it just to play devil's advocate, I mean, I wasn't present for the case or the attorney's arguments, but if I'm the prosecutor, I'm like, yo, what the fuck was you running for, bro? You know what I'm saying? The police came to arrest you. What was you, if you did not commit a crime, if you had nothing to run from, what was you running for? You know what I'm talking about? That's just my question about it. But so the main topic in the case, right, was that nobody knew who was actually at his house that day. They didn't know if the gun was in the car that day or not. And basically they just argued that since they couldn't prove he had knowledge of the gun being in the car, they couldn't say without a reasonable doubt that he knew about the gun. If they had proof of him having a gun in LA, like, you know what I'm saying, taking pictures with it or with the DNA evidence, they would have confirmed that it was his gun, and that would have been the end of it. He would be in jail right now. He'd be facing years. They would have put his ass under the jail. But in the closing arguments, his defense attorney agreed that the images of Youngboy holding what looked like that same FNX 45 outside of the house in Baton Rouge, and then at Shine Jewelers in Philadelphia in the months leading up to the California arrest were not relevant because the prosecutors failed to definitively match the images to the gun recovered from the Maybach. That's number one. And number two, it could have been a prop pistol. You know what I'm saying? It could have been a prop gun that he had. You know what I'm saying? So that's really not evidence. But the defense had argued that one of the Instagram images showing Youngboy outside Coleman's house included the hashtag prop gun, like I just said. So when the ATF agent testified Thursday, Youngboy's attorney confronted him with the side-by-side photos showing a real FNX 45 and the Tokyo Meru Airsoft, a replica gun. You know what I'm saying? And the firearms appeared nearly identical, so they couldn't definitively say that it was the same pistol that Youngboy was holding. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, like I said, a hearing is still pending in the gun case in Louisiana, and that's set for August 2nd. So he's not out of the woods yet. And in that case, he was detained, like I said, with more than a dozen other people near his grandfather's Baton Rouge home in September of 2020 after someone reported seeing someone brandishing a firearm. So the federal judge on that case recently upheld the decision, throwing out the video evidence in that case because it was obtained with a faulty search warrant. Okay, so yeah, man, I mean, that's definitely something that's going to work out in his favor. Like, Youngboy, man, bruh, if you manage to get out of this one, you better just go to church, bro. You better just go to church, get baptized, be near reading at the pulpit, you know what I'm saying, greeting new members when they come in, going to Sunday school and all that. Yo, bro, you need to just keep your ass on the straight and narrow. Like, just get rid of the guns altogether in the videos, bro. Like, just get rid of all that shit altogether, because anybody could call the police, be like, yo, we saw somebody with a gun. And in the video shoot where they saw him with the gun, he ain't have no what you call that shit? Like he wasn't even cleared to be out there. Like he ain't get nothing from the city saying it was okay for him to even be out there shooting. You know what I'm saying? So somebody call the police, be like, yo, I see a bunch of dudes outside, motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? They got guns and all that shit. Hey, you need to get over here. They're gonna run over there. And because there's nothing registered with the city for him to be out there shooting the video, they gonna think it's real. And that's exactly what happened. He thought it was real. They went to get him and he ran. You know what I'm talking about? So yeah, man, Youngboy, man, bro, like, let this be a lesson to your ass, bro. Smarten the fuck up. If you get out this next case, smarten the fuck up. Leave the guns alone, my brother. Just stick to the music. You heard? But yeah, man, that's all I got for y'all for right now on this NBA Youngboy getting a not guilty verdict shit. Holla at your boy for that one. But yeah, man, that's all I got for y'all for right now on it, you know what I'm saying? But listen, I'm talking to my bosses right now, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking to y'all. If you like what you're hearing, if you like what you're seeing, then it's time to boss all the way the fuck up and like and subscribe to the channel, you heard? But yeah, that's all I got for y'all for right now. It's your boy Boss P. This is Boss P TV, and I'm out.
So trust me, I know how you could turn half a bag to a whole. Top floor, everything I see, I control.